NXT TakeOver WarGames 2019. It's actually NXT TakeOver WarGames 3, but they're just going to go by the year. Sometimes they go by the number, other times they go by the year. It depends on the show. But the third consecutive WarGames show. This show takes place in Chicago, Illinois, in the Allstate Arena, same night, or the same venue that Survivor Series will take place the following night. And the first two shows, the first one took place in Houston 2 years ago. Last year it took place in Los Angeles. This show's in Chicago. It's the third actual NXT TakeOver show that's taken place in Chicago. Last two have been great, and the last two WarGames have been great. So there's a lot to follow. And it has the potential to do so because it has a very good card. And this is the first show they've done with two WarGames matches. You have a women's match and a men's match. So my prediction is probably the women start the show, and the men close it because it's going to be the much better match. So this is being recorded on Tuesday. There's going to be more that comes out on Wednesday when the show airs, the NXT show from Full Sail. So there'll be more information of who's in who, like who's in the WarGames match for the men. So there's still an open spot. I'll get to it later, but I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win as the information I have as of Tuesday. So here's my predictions. First, you have Matt Riddle against Finn Balor. This is the only really match where nothing's on the line. So, wow, this is a tough match to predict because, I predict this match is going to be a great match. It's Matt Riddle, it's Finn Balor. Of course it's going to be great. These guys are awesome. Here's the problem, though. I don't know how many times you want to beat Matt Riddle. I don't think you want to beat Matt Riddle that much. He's lost a few matches now. He lost to Adam Cole cleanly. He's lost to the Velveteen Dream earlier this year. I don't think they want to. He's not the guy you want to keep beating. He's not a Johnny Gargano where it doesn't matter and he's such an underdog. Guy's an MMA fighter. He's a badass. He's a beast. I don't think you want to keep beating this guy cleanly, but at the same time, you can't beat Finn Balor this quickly. He came back to NXT. He's with them on NXT now. He was a big guy. He's one of the top 10 stars, really, on the main roster. So he's with NXT now. You can't beat Finn Balor here. It makes no sense to beat Finn Balor. My prediction is he's probably going to be the Demon, but maybe not. Maybe he's a heel, but I think he'll probably use the Demon makeup. It's a takeover. He always used to do it. And he always won as the Demon. Or, sorry, no, he didn't. He actually lost to Samoa Joe. Actually, I remember that one. But he never lost in the main roster as the Demon. I think he is the Demon. I could be wrong. I think you have to go with Finn Balor. You can't beat Finn Balor this quickly. It just makes no sense. I don't see Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They've been around wrestling so long. They're not going to just do something, pull a fast one, whatever. I think Finn Balor has to win. This should be a great match. Probably the opener. But I'm going to go with Balor to beat Riddle. Next, you have a number one contenders match. And this is a number one contenders match that goes on to the next night. So you have a triple threat match to determine the number one contender for the NXT Championship at Survivor Series. And the winner faces the NXT Champion at Survivor Series, who is Adam Cole. Baby! You have Pete Dunne against Killian Dain against Damian Priest. Triple threat match. So I look at this in the perspective of a casual fan. They don't know much about NXT. They probably heard of Adam Cole because he's been on TV for a while. They don't know who Killian Dain is. He was on the main roster, but he was nothing on the main roster. He was nothing. Damian Priest means nothing. He's just too young. He's been there as long to really be considered in a big match. I just see them. It's obvious. It has to be Pete Dunne. He's by far the best worker. And to get NXT over in front of the main roster, in front of the main roster crowd, or whatever, you want to have a match that's going to be kick-ass. Adam Cole and Pete Dunne will tear that host down. Are you kidding me? Those two guys in the ring, two awesome workers. Pete Dunne might be the best worker in the company. He's up there. Tyler Bates up there right with him. Both those guys are incredible. You want to have guys that are going to tear the host down. I think Pete Dunne is your best bet for having a great matchup on the main roster on Survivor Series next week. And I think he makes perfect sense for winning this match. You could go with Dain. He's feuding with Dain, and he's feuding with sort of a Priest too. I think you have to go Pete Dunne. So Pete Dunne's my pick. I think he wins this match, and he goes to Survivor Series where he loses to Adam Cole. And that's my prediction. If you can watch that last video, my Survivor Series predictions, check that out. But I think Pete Dunne does lose to Adam Cole, but he's my prediction to win this match in a triple threat match. All right, so now let's get to WarGames. This is what the show is called, after all. You have two WarGames matches. They haven't announced which one's the main event. I'm assuming it's the men because the men are going to have the better match. Just looking at the talent in the ring compared to women, it's not even a debate. Come on. On the woman, you have the team of Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Tegan Nox, and Mia Yim. Against, those are the babyfaces, by the way, against the heel team of Shayna Baszler, Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kaylee Ray. So I was a bit disappointed when you get to see Toni Storm. What's going on with Toni Storm? Why don't we see her anymore? I hope I hope they didn't cut her or anything, or she left the company. I don't want to miss out on Toni Storm on the main roster, but I want to see Toni Storm. I thought she'd be perfect. Maybe she's going to be on Survivor Series the next night. Who knows? But no Toni Storm here. Of the woman you have here, Shayna Baszler. Since this is uploaded after, I predicted her to win. I think she's going to win a triple threat match, so I don't think it makes a big deal for her team to lose. She's not taking the main fall here. I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley's team because I think Rhea Ripley is going to face Shayna Baszler. I think the next big match probably at the... the Royal Rumble is not going to be a TakeOver show because at the Royal Rumble, I think there's going to have NXT on the main... I guess NXT is just a brand now. They're just going to have them, be a part of their on the main roster show on the big pay-per-views. I'm guessing she might defend her title against Rhea Ripley at the Royal Rumble, but this is clearly building up to Shayna Baszler defending her NXT Women's title against Rhea Ripley. That's what they're going to build up. Rhea Ripley would be a great candidate to beat Shayna Baszler. Even if it's not Baszler, they could go with Ripley as the next champion. If Baszler just vacates the title and goes to the main roster, that could happen too. I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley's team. I think it makes perfect sense for her to win here. I'm guessing she probably pins maybe an Io Shirai, maybe a Bianca Belair. I don't think it makes much sense for her to pin Kaylee Ray because she's the UK champion. She beat Toni Storm. But I'm going to say, I don't think Dakota Kai is getting interfered because I think Dakota Kai will probably be on the next show. But it could have Dakota Kai screw the baby faces here, screw Rhea Ripley, and maybe Baszler gets the submission. They could end it like that. My prediction is Rhea Ripley gets the win for her team. Like she has a huge, big signature win. She gets the pinfall, and then she goes on to face Baszler at the next show, their next big show for the women's title. So I'm going to go with Ripley, Candice, Tegan Nox, and William get the win here. Now, the men's match. You have the Undisputed Era, who are competing in their third consecutive WarGames match. 2 years ago, they did the whole triple threat match. Actually, Roderick Strong was separate. He was on a separate team, but the Undisputed Era won with Adam Cole getting the win. Last year, they had a great WarGames match, but they lost. They lost cleanly at that last year's WarGames. So they're 1-1. Is the Undisputed Era going to go 2-1? See, here's the thing. All of them are wrestling on Survivor Series the next day. All of them. Adam Cole is, Roderick Strong is, and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. All of them are wrestling. They all have big matches. Adam Cole's defending NXT's honor. He's defending the NXT title on the big show. Roderick Strong's in a triple threat match with Dain, O'Brien, and Nakamura, and Fish and O'Reilly in a tag match with the New Day and the the Viking Raiders, whatever. They're all in big matches. They have to win. It just doesn't make any sense. You want to feature these guys, they should be winning. So I really think the Undisputed Era is going to win. Their opponents are Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, Dunne, Dijakovic, and to be announced, I don't know who that last guy is going to be. Could be a surprise. It's not going to be CM Punk. They could go with a different, they have some options who they go with. I don't think it's Johnny Gargano because he's hurt, but they could, it'll be interesting. It could be a main roster guy. Maybe they bring someone down to the main roster, or they bring someone to NXT. That's who it could be easily. We'll see. But the Undisputed Era, I think, wins. I don't think Ciampa takes the win. Probably. I don't know who you can pin. Maybe they pin Ciampa. Maybe it's Keith Lee. I don't think you want to beat Ciampa here. So I think they're going to go to Adam Cole and Tommaso Ciampa next. But I have to go with the Undisputed Era because I just can't see them losing. It makes no sense for them to lose because they all have big matches on Survivor Series the next night. And why do you want to have them lose and have them probably lose again? Because I don't see Adam Cole's probably going to win, but I don't see Vince McMahon letting Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish win the tag match, or him letting Roderick Strong beat AJ Styles or Nakamura. So I don't see Vince McMahon doing that. But I think the Undisputed Era has to get a big one here. This will probably be their last WarGames match. They're going to be 2-1. That's our prediction. This will be a great match. Both matches will be good. The men's match is going to be fantastic. The talent just on a different level. The women could have a fun match, but I think 2 WarGames matches is a bit overkill. I think that's a mistake. But they didn't have any title matches because this show is directly tied to Survivor Series, so Survivor Series had an effect on the show. But I'm going to go with the Undisputed Era to win. I think the heels win. I think the faces win the women's match. The heels win the men's match. So that's my predictions. We will have it this Saturday night. NXT TakeOver WarGames, the third show they're doing. Should be a great show. You have a great crowd from Chicago, Illinois. And I'll see you next when I review the show after it ends on Saturday night. So see you Saturday night for my review, NXT TakeOver WarGames.